Let's sew a cute, quick and easy flat bunny. Here's what we need to make a flat bunny. We need fabric for the main body. I'm using this nice cream coloured minky. We need a scrap of fabric for the inside of the ears if you want to do that a different colour. I'm using this pink minky. Then we'll need some fibre fill, some embroidery floss for the face, pattern pieces which are available from threadistry.com, link below. Then just your basic sewing supplies like clips, pins, some coordinating thread, some hand sewing needles, then scissors or a rotary cutter, and of course your sewing machine. I've cut out all the pattern pieces, so I have two of the body. I have one set of the ears in the main fabric and one set in the inner ear fabric. I have one bunny tail and two sets of arms and two sets of legs, so 4 of each for the arms and legs. Now I'll transfer the pattern markings to the right side of one of the body pieces. So I've just folded away the pattern to make it easy to transfer the markings. The next step is to embroider the face. So I have my 6 strands of embroidery thread which I've tied a knot in the end, and I'll start with the eyes. If you've seen any of my patterns before, you'll know that I'm not a big fan of hand embroidery, so I keep it as a very simple design and I don't try to be too perfect. I think it adds a bit of character if it's not so perfect. And I'll just tie a knot. And then I'll move on to the next eye. And there we have a very imperfect hand embroidered face. Now we'll take our arms and our legs and we'll sew around the outside edge, leaving open the gap that attaches to the body. So the same with the legs. So let's take that to the sewing machine. Now that we've sewn around the outer edge, leaving that edge open, we could, if we wanted to, clip the curves. I don't bother because the seam allowance is so small and the way this minky stretches and folds, it doesn't need to be clipped. So we'll just turn them right sides out. Now we'll attach these to the body piece that we've done the embroidery on. So we will put them right sides together and line up with the markings. And then because you're matching opposite curves, you'll need to do a little bit of manipulation to get everything to line up. So I'll do a pin at each end and one in the middle. So we'll stitch them in place with a basting stitch. So we'll take an ear in the outer colour and a piece in the inner colour, and we'll place them right sides together. And just like with the arms and legs, we'll stitch around the outside, leaving this bottom edge open. Now that I've sewn around the outside, I will clip that top corner. You could also clip or notch the rest of the curves, but once again, I'm not going to do that with this fabric. And we'll turn them right sides out. Next, we'll fold the ears in. So we'll fold at this point, and then the other side the two ends will meet in the middle. This can be a little bit tricky with slippery fabric. And then I'll use a couple of pins to hold them in place. And I'll also sew a quick basting stitch along the bottom there just to hold that in place. Now that the ears are basted into position, we'll attach them to the head, right sides together once again, using the piece with the face and the arms and legs. So we want it like this. And just like with the arms and legs, it will take a little bit of manipulation to get those curves lined up. So I do a pin at each end and then pull the center of that curve out and put a pin in the middle. And we'll baste all that into place. The ears, arms and legs basted into position, Now we'll place the two body pieces right sides together and sew them together. Now this will require lots of pins, particularly around the ears and arms and legs, to make sure that those curves are lined up nicely and not getting pulled in. So I'll start actually by pinning in place at the neck point and tuck the arms and legs in. Particularly with the ears, you want to make sure they don't get caught in the neck. Now when we sew around the outside, we'll need to leave an opening to turn. So I'm going to use a spot in between one of the arms and legs. So I like to mark that with a cross and with my red pins so that I don't accidentally sew all the way around. Because yes, I have done that before. So I'm going to sew all the way around the edge, leaving a gap here to turn. We'll make a couple of notches, clips at the neck. And then once again, I'm not going to clip any of my other curves just because the seam allowance is small and this fabric sits quite nicely when you turn it. So we will turn it right sides out. And now it's time to stuff it. When you've got it stuffed just the way you like it, then it's time to hand stitch that opening closed with a ladder stitch. And we'll tie a knot. And we'll bury the thread end by just threading the needle through and clipping the end so that the end of the thread will be nicely tucked away. Lastly, we'll take the bunny rabbit's tail and we'll sew a gathering stitch all the way around the outside, making sure we leave a nice long tail so that we can pull it for gathering. We'll pull our bobbin threads to gather the tail. And we'll fill it with some polyfill. And then pull it closed. And tie a knot in the gathering stitches. Lastly, we'll hand sew the tail on the back of your bunny. And there's our finished flat bunny, just ready to cuddle.